Right, well, I've rinsed the glass out with some sparkling water because that's how fancy I am, just so we can do another beer review. So let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to Beer Reviews of the BeerSarge. Well, it's a very still evening tonight, and I'm looking forward to just sitting in the bar and watching a bit of YouTube, bit of doomsday preppers or something like that, and basically being bitten by mosquitoes and shit. You ever go into a liquor store, supermarket, whatever, and you're looking at their range of beers and you're like, oh, and then you see a style of beer that you don't see often. Now I saw a couple of these today and I thought, well, I'm going to choose between the two because I don't want to be greedy. You don't want to buy too many in the groceries. Well, they weren't even groceries, they were just like the cold snack selection that I was going for. Didn't want to buy too many. One I haven't tried for a while is a Hell's Lager, so I put that aside and I didn't buy that. Actually, I might have bought it. I can't remember. I may have bought it or I may not have bought it. But one that I have never seen for a long time, haven't seen for a long time, is a New Zealand Farmhouse Ale. Farmhouse Ale. Now, who do you think would put out a Farmhouse Ale? Emerson's have put out a farm. Let's see if we can get this to focus, because the can is Kiwiana at its best. Honestly, the artwork on this can is one of those heartstringers. Kōwhai, Budakawa, Koru, Fantail, or Piwakawaka. Yeah, and a frog. That'll be a Hochstetter's frog, bound to be. The most endangered frogs in the fucking world. Oh, and a weta. There's a weta there too. Farmhouse Ale, 440ml, 6%, called Wilding. Yeah, so let's say it turns out Hunterville is a pretty funky place, home to the first ever commercial brewer's yeast isolated from the New Zealand wilderness that goes by the name of Wilding. Froth Technologies found it, captured it, isolated it, nurtured it, named it with the help of Steph Coots. Then it was sent down for us for its self-titled debut brew, a funky, fruity farmhouse ale with a hint of spice, light malt, and a subtle hoppy finish. Remember, you drank it here first. So your farmhouse brews. Back when I was doing homebrew, I did a bit of reading on yeasts and stuff, and how these ploughman's bloody beers were made, and they generally were naturally fermented by just putting the beer out, or putting the wort, W-O-R-T, wort, whatever, put that out, and then wild yeast would just fly in and attack and then start the fermentation process. Yeah, so wild yeast. And so this says here that they've isolated this brewer's yeast from the wilderness. So they've extracted a wild yeast and then they've sussed it. And they've used this beer. So this is another brew from Emerson's, who, Emerson's have been bought by who? Someone. Okay, it's brewed in Dunedin, so it's been bought by Lion. Emerson's been bought by Lion, but Emerson's was one of the. Sorry, I got a thing going for the old bugs. Emerson's were one of the very first craft brew. Well, they brought craft brew to the fore, like in a big way, and that was Richard Emerson, legend in the industry of craft beer. So this one has it's Froth Technologies, and they've got a pretty cool logo. But so this one, like in all Emersons, has malty hoppy slider, light dark slider, sweet bitter slider. So this is halfway between malty and hoppy, bang on light, like right down the end of light, and more sweet than bitter. This says serve at 8 to 10 degrees or room temperature Dunedin, like, yeah, because it's fucking cold down there. Yeah, like, I'm pretty excited with this, but this can art, like, it's subtle, it's the sort of thing that if you could get that on you imagine that on a fucking wallpaper in your house. I can imagine that in my house, wallpaper. Mrs. BeerSarge would not like it, but I would. Maybe I just put it in my own room. Maybe I just put it out here. Maybe put it in the bar. Okay, so let's get this. I'm interested. Oh, light and tasty. Look at that. Holy shit, that is good. The blokes across the road, and girls by the sound of it, are enjoying Crate Day. They are enjoying it. They are having a blast. It'll be, yeah, the neighbours won't be too impressed. I would be. I am the neighbour, and I am going to be impressed. Look at that. Super clear. Super clear. Let's get this into the old snuffer. My olfactory senses are a little bit fucked up because of the sandalwood fucking smell coming out of the top of this thing. But I do get some really sweet sort of smells coming out of there. And oh, now this is bizarre, but you know that sweet sort of taste smell that you get when you bite into a scallop? That sweetness, that is what I just got a little whiff of. That's beautiful. Oh yes, alright, let's go. This is a waffle, don't I? Jesus. Here we go. Oh my god, that is so refreshing. Okay, so there's not a lot of malt flavour there, and they say like this is in the middle of malty and hoppy, and I would say that this is, you can taste more, absolutely more hops than malt. My god, that is a good party. Wow, this is so good. So this is so very, I would say this is a delicate beer. The 6%, so it's a 6%er, so it's got a bit of punch in it. That's not evident at all. This is, wow, it's delicate. It's a very delicate beer. It's fucking so nice. So nice. This is really, really good. Oh, yeah. Subtle sweetness. Like, it's so subtly sweet. Subtly sweet. It is just delicate. It's a very, very it's a beautiful beer. This is a beautiful beer. Man, you need to try this. Like, honestly, this is from one of the big guys. This is from Lion. This is one of their offshoots that have been, you know, snaffled. They've snaffled up an offshoot. They've snaffled up Emerson's. They're producing this now. I'm sure that there's an Emerson's beer scientists are responsible for making this fucking beautiful beer. This beer is absolutely lovely. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Wilding from Emerson's is one of the best beers that you will find this summer. There you go. That is my prediction. And you watch everyone go, fuck off, I tried it and I didn't like it. But I tell you what, I liked it. It's really nice. You should have a go at it. Wilding, New Zealand Farmhouse Ale. You can't get more Kiwi than that, can you? No, you can't. So fucking try it. there you go, there's another beer review from the BeerSarge, and I'm getting a little bit pissed.